This fiend is on fire! And I apologize to any Alicia Keys fans that happen to be watching this show. I'm Joe Renton with my review of WWE TLC 2020. It was a mixed bag show. I also showed a way to do my least favorite matches of the year list, and you'll find out which one I would have put on there. Spoiler alert, it was the one that was pre-taped. And if you can't figure out which one that is, I'm sorry. Charlie, Jeff Jarrett, Booker, and Rosenberg on the kickoff panel. Poor Charlie. I mean, Charlie was trying to do what she could. Jarrett and Booker seemed totally lost. Rosenberg has no business being out there. Miz and Morrison show up to do more bad comedy. Miz is talking about cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Truth shows up. Just have Truth wrestle and do some good comedy, but drop the 24/7 championship. Just drop it. It's gone way further than it should have. Like, the championship, quite frankly, shouldn't have been invented anyway. It was fucking ass. Truth has done the best he can, but it's more than run its course. And then we get an 8-man tag match that just got added last minute. Nakamura, Cesaro, Corbin, and Sami Zayn with the Knights of the Lone Wolf at ringside. Except if he's a lone wolf, he wouldn't need knights. Why does Cole not figure this out? Versus Otis, Gable, Big E, and Daniel Bryan. Basically, this is to continue the Big E, Sami Zayn build and everything for the Intercontinental Championship. And that was good stuff for what it was. Cole mentioning that he's a 3-time Slammy Award winner. Proof that the Slammy Awards are fucking bullshit, just like Michael Cole's commentary. Can we get rid of Michael Cole? Can we, at least away from commentary. Don't fire the guy, but just get him away from a goddamn microphone. He's been fucking shit for years. But anyway, Big E does pin Sammy, and I think they're going to have a match on the Christmas episode of SmackDown, which I hope they tape. I really hope they do. And I'll watch it, but they don't need to have the wrestlers working on Christmas, especially in the middle of a fucking pandemic. And then we get a Sharknado-type opening. We get Styles with Omos versus Drew McIntyre. WWE Championship match. TLC rules. Not the Learning Channel rules. I have yet to learn anything from the Learning Channel, except that they do really bad reality TV and the occasional stagey medical shows. But anyway, I did like, the fact that they were padding this thing out by having recaps, like, right after an entrance. It made no goddamn sense. Like, they had Styles do his entrance. Then they have recaps of this, of what led to this feud. We fucking get it. I mean, Vince McMahon's probably thinking, oh, you want to make Raw really low rated, huh? Well, here's what you missed. I'm going to make you watch this, damn it. And, I'm Vince McMahon, pal. I can't do a Vince McMahon voice. If you can, please send me a video of you doing that in the comments. Or not in the comments, but on Twitter. And, yeah, for the first time ever, and they're going to do that to death. I wouldn't mind a series of matches between these guys. Just don't have it happen every single week. The fake crowd noise is absolute dog shit. Drew uses power. Styles targeted the knee. Nice calf crusher in the ladder. Some bad landings. Styles does go through a table. Pretty, scary stuff. Really. Styles is a professional. Drew is a professional. Both these guys did work hard, but some of the bumps I'm like, okay, that's a bit much. Not nearly as much as a Universal Championship TLC match. I'll talk about that. Miz then suddenly shows up with Morrison and puts Drew through a table. He's going to cash in. It's a triple threat match. That's the way to do it, where Miz can win without Drew actually taking the pin. Now, I'm not saying I wanted that, but I think that was their mindset here. Miz then gets put through a table. Almost just carries him and just throws him, and I hope Miz was selling because he looked like he was really hurt there. And a chair gets broken over Omos's back, and he just looks at Morrison and walks slowly while his brain is rebooting and trying to figure out how to run. To be fair, when you're 7'3" like that, you really don't need to run, you just need to scare people. And it's battle out on the ladders. Styles eventually does do a cool leap onto the ladder, and then he gets knocked over and, right into the ropes. I hope he's okay. That looked really bad. And then a Claymore to Miz, and then Drew wins. There were some spots I skipped over, but a lot of the spots just started to blend together. That's not to say it was bad. This was a good way to kick off the show. The thing is, though, here's one complaint I have. One, get rid of the Money in the Bank briefcase, just in general. The last number of years, there really haven't been that many good cash-ins. I'm sorry, there haven't been. There have been good ones on occasion, but even for the women, there haven't been that many good cash-ins. You just get rid of it and just come up with number one contender stuff and just go back to that, because you really don't need to be doing this when this is one of many bad cash-ins for the men. The last good one was 2016. 2016 when it was Ambrose. Yeah, now John Moxley. I totally forgot about that. Where the Shield members held the WWE Championship the same time in one night, or on the same night. So anyway, just get rid of the concept altogether. Just fucking do it, or do a complete reset. Don't have it next year. And just retool it and figure shit out, because you got to have a better story than just somebody wins it and we use it as a lazy crutch. So, also, Drew McIntyre should have not lost to Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. He should have lost at SummerSlam and then won it back at Hell in a Cell, and then it would have made more sense. But losing the championship at Hell in a Cell was just fucking stupid, because all it did was essentially highlight that, hey, we're just trying to pad Orton's numbers. I'm not saying it wrecked Drew's momentum. It was just pointless, especially with what they were going to do with Orton a little bit later. And then Carmela's piss-poor entrance, which Corey Graves certainly likes, at least one word of that. Seriously, it's like Tigress in WCW 2000, only not as good. We get Sasha versus Carmela. And Reginald, her hired help, the guy with the dreads, the most realistic hair out of anybody in this match. Who am I to talk about somebody's hair? SmackDown Women's Championship match. Corey's commentary was fucking insufferable. Absolutely fucking insufferable. And I get it. He's supposed to be a heel commentator. I get it. Carmela's, his homewrecker. I mean, his side chick. I mean, his woman that he loves to piss on. Not kink shaming, just a bit weird. I mean, when it's your number one move, I guess I shouldn't say anything. And no wonder she likes champagne. It's the same color, and I guess it tastes better? Maybe? But anyway, I think Sasha might have herniated every disc in her back carrying Carmela here. Carmela has somehow regressed in the ring. I'm not saying she hasn't tried to put in the work, it just hasn't fucking stuck. This was not good. Reginald, the hired help, whatever the fuck his name is, tries to help her, gets a face full of Sasha, which some people would pay good money for. Not me, but many would, according to the freak side of Twitter, wrestling Twitter that is. And Sasha beats Carmela. Just push Carmela down the card. I'm sorry, she did not prove that she belongs here, though they are probably going to do a champagne bottle on a pole match. Watch them fucking do that. They probably won't do it on the Christmas episode of SmackDown. I hope not. And if they do, though, if they actually do that match, it's proof that Vince Russo is at least ghostwriting for them. So, then we have Billie Kay trying to become Asuka's partner. It doesn't work. She's trying to show her face and back shots. Moving on. New Day versus the Hurt Business. Raw Tag Team Championships. We've seen it before, but here's the twist. They actually gave something to the Hurt Business, and the Hurt Business won. Was it a good match? Yes, it was. We just seen it a lot. New champions, though. Cedric pins Kofi. Tag Shelton. Shelton holds the WWE Tag Team Championships for the first time since 2003, because that was during the whole first brand split. And it's cool, and MVP has really been a bright spot on WWE television. I'm a fan of MVP. I'm glad that he went to New Japan and did what he did. Former IWGP Intercontinental Champion, I believe the first ever. And he's done really, really good on the mic, and sure, he probably shouldn't be wrestling anymore, but MVP has done really, really good. So, that being said, though, this match is fine, well worked. Kofi really wasn't selling the injury, which shocked me, but hey, the Hurt Business finally won the Tag Team Championships. I can't wait for Vince and Bruce to not give a shit about them. Because they probably won't, because he doesn't care about tag team wrestling. Try to decide which one I'm talking about, by the way. Sammy then wants Kayla's source because after the Tom Cruise rant about nobody doing the proper, or some crew members not doing the proper COVID protocol on the Mission Impossible 7 set, he decided to go on a rant. So they decided to have Sami Zayn go on a goddamn rant, go all upset and all that, and they decided to go he decided to go insane with his audio, and okay, cool. So the pandemic protocol wasn't fucking working, and they decided to use it like this. And they even referenced it. He had a Tom Cruise-like rant. Yeah, we fucking got it, Cole. We got it. It was a little too on the nose. So on the nose that even Triple H would have felt it. So then we get Shayna and Nia versus Asuka and a mystery partner. Will it be Naomi? Will it be a returning Eva Marie, which I didn't want to see? Will it be an NXT call-up? Will it be a returning Kairi Sane suddenly? Nope, it's fucking Charlotte. It's fucking goddamn Charlotte. I get it, because Nia took out Charlotte. And Charlotte's been out for a while, and apparently did have some surgery to correct the fact now maybe she's not so top-heavy, which will help her actually be able to do moves, because those couldn't have been comfortable, and they wouldn't be comfortable for any goddamn woman. I ain't shaming. That seriously looked like she was having a hard time moving. She had injuries. Her and Andrade, I don't know if they got married yet, but congratulations to them if they did, but regardless, they're a happy couple. And they could have both stayed off TV for all I cared. And as much as I love Andrade, I had no fucking desire to see Charlotte on my goddamn TV again. Does the Raw women's division need her? Well, it wouldn't if they actually would feature enough of the women and maybe call somebody up from NXT, because NXT has too many damn women that they're all losing to Candice. And all being bored to death by Candice. And I don't really care for Candice, but enough about Candice. Charlotte fucking bores me and annoys me and still can't do a goddamn moonsault. And I'm fucking sick of seeing Charlotte on my goddamn TV. Asuka can't get away from Charlotte. She has to keep being basically, in Charlotte's shadow. easy to do because Charlotte is head and shoulders literally above Asuka and a lot of people. But what the actual fuck is this? Why? I mean, yes, her, returning and getting revenge on Nia would have been fine. Here's the thing. She fucking pinned Shayna. Shayna has not had a good 2020. She did fine at the Rumble, and then she got eliminated by Charlotte because Charlotte had to win the Royal Rumble and then had to basically nuke Rhea Ripley's momentum, which is all on creative. It's all on creative. I'm not saying Charlotte doesn't have stroke, but that's basically what it came down to. Rhea Ripley has not been the same, even though she is still a domineering figure and damn good in the ring, way better than Charlotte ever has been. I can't think of too many people that Charlotte has really helped that weren't already on the ascent. Asuka's had her momentum cut twice by Charlotte, and it's fucking embarrassing. 2018, Mania 34, right before Mania 35, fucking embarrassing. But she's so great in the goddamn ring. I can't name one 5-star Charlotte match where I'm not thinking, her opponent was really helping her here because she can do some cool shit. She's very athletic, she's very agile, and she bores the tits off of me. She bored the tits off of herself, quite frankly, with what her new look has. But anyway, why is Charlotte back? Why? To what end? Just to beat Asuka here in a little bit. New tag team champions. They're going to lose them in a few weeks. And then Charlotte's probably going to beat Asuka. Maybe they'll lead to Mania. And then Asuka will finally beat Charlotte at Mania. 2 years too late. I get it. Sometimes they want to do long-term storytelling. Here's the thing. Charlotte ain't worth doing long-term storytelling like this. Sorry, she's fucking not. She is not worth this kind of investment to just further bury Asuka. And Asuka has been buried by Charlotte. Now, has Asuka done really good despite all that? Has she been a star of the whole pandemic era? Yes, she fucking has. But this is fucking horseshit. 100% fucking horseshit, and I absolutely goddamn hate it. Can't fucking believe that they brought Charlotte back just to cut Asuka down because Asuka just can't get away from this goddamn idiot. Anyway, new tag team champions. Poor Shayna. I really wish they had Nia take the pin. We know Nia's shit. Nia's always been fucking shit. She's an anti-vaxxer. She feels that her immune system and prayers to God will help, even though God was the same one that gave her fragile ACLs, so goddamn fragile they were like melted Twix. But whatever, Nia can feel that way if she wants. Congratulations, Charlotte and Asuka. God, I wish Asuka was being featured better. Seriously. Sammy yells backstage at Truth and Big E, and then we have Owens versus Reigns, TLC Universal Championship match. Look, Owens attacks early and was aggressive. It's like these guys were supposed to hate each other, and they did what they could. And then Jey Uso kept interfering. And I understand Jey Uso was supposed to interfere, the whole thing, Tribal Chief, all that. I get it. But here's the thing. It happened a couple too many times. Like, this was overbooked. It wasn't bad, it was just over fucking booked. Yes, he had to do everything to keep Kevin Owens down. I liked some of it. I didn't like all of it. All the chairs, the interference, and then more ladders and interference. Michael Cole calling a ladder a table twice because Michael Cole is a terrible human being. Why is Michael Cole allowed to reproduce? God, I hope his kid is smarter than he is. I really fucking hope. If he's dumber than Michael Cole, we are all fucking doomed. Then Cole calls a powerbomb through a table a spine buster. Because again, Michael Cole's a goddamn worthless idiot. Anyway, spear through a table. Owens will not die. Hopefully not. We don't need to see a live murder on pay-per-view, even though we kind of get that sort of in the next match. Bodies everywhere. There are three. There are 3 bodies. That is not everywhere. Unless you were counting the people in the Thunderdome and they're taking a nap because of your commentary. That's it. It's like, anyway, spear through the barricade, powerbomb through a table, we get a choke and Reigns wins. There was a lot of good shit. Kevin Owens is going to be on commentary full-time by 2022 with the way he's bumping like this. Reigns has done really good as a Tribal Chief. Jey Uso is also there. This storyline is kind of now run out of shit. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, they got to kind of stop this stuff because I'm not really caring about Jey Uso doing all this I get it, heel stuff. But if I knocked it for the whole thing with Jinder, and his cronies, the little midgets that ran around with him and all that stuff, then I kind of got to knock it here. And yeah, Jey Uso interfering got a little bit old, and then really old. And then it got WCW 2000, which is especially what we got in this next match. But no, good match though. It was just overbooked. Firefly Carol, enough already. Don't care. Pre-taped during this afternoon, by the way. The Firefly Inferno match. Yeah, I should have waited to do my least favorite matches of the year list because this would have been on there. Here's what happened. Orton was in pants. Orton actually put pants on today. He's an adult. And it's still just Bray in a spoopy mask. That's it. No matter how much you dress it up, it's still Bray Wyatt in a spoopy mask. No fire around the ring. No tiki torches. We did not have the witch doctor from Scooby-Doo. I would have loved to have actually seen that. The Fiend summons fire pillars and fire dishes, fire pits and stuff like that all around. Apparently it's danger on Tiki Island. If you get that, boy, that's a fucking deep cut for you MST fans. And then Fiend was repeatedly strapping Randy from behind in the middle of it's a Firefly Fiend strapping. That sounded a lot less dirty in my head somehow. Fiend he tried to pick up a pickaxe. Apparently we're going My Bloody Fiend time. Either 1981 or 2009 My Bloody Valentine. Which one of those you prefer? Do you prefer the original or the remake? Anyway, fire to the rocking chair. He puts gas there and tries to set fire to the rocking chair. Not Fire to the Rain, not the Adele album. Then we get Axe and Smash Handle. Shout out Frets. Thought you'd like that. And then the Fiend is on fire. Okay, so the only way to win this is to set any part of your opponent on fire. We did not get Randy's Viper on fire, thank God. And he keeps going. Randy puts gasoline, which is clearly on the goddamn dummy, or was on the Fiend at first, and he rolls out. And then the Fiend puts his real doll in there, and then he gets set on fire. Okay, cool. So we witness a live murder. The Fiend will come back at the Rumble, or in a few weeks. Fire can't kill him. Bad booking can, but fire can't kill him. And we got Charlotte back, and look, there were a few good moments on this goddamn pay-per-view, but I'm sorry. An Inferno match, and you want to bring Charlotte back. If you guys wanted to see Charlotte back, fine. I don't ever want to see Charlotte on WWE television again. I have to suck it up and hope to God that she is not featured in the title picture after this. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.